lost in the smoke, trying to breathe on my own, till the silence broke, and he called me home. Jesus is able. Jesus is able. I was knee deep in my sin, couldn't win for losing. Heart cold as my wrist when the ice was choosing. But he saw through the tats, through the code I spoke. Said, son, I can use you, even broke. I've been to the gutter, slept in the rain, stacked L's in my soul, trying to numb the pain. But he walked in the cell with no keys in hand, opened up my chest, said, you still my man. Now I'm wired different, truth in my ink. Devil had a leash, but he cut that link. From the lean to the altar, yeah, that's my tale. Now I walk by faith, not chasing a sale. He breaks the chains, he saves the lost. No soul to go, no pain to cost. He flipped my script, real talk. Jesus is able, I know he's still on the throne. He carried me through things I couldn't do on my own. Chains broke off when I called his name. Now I walk in the light, I ain't never the same. Jesus is able, forever the same. I had fame, had money, but peace I lacked. Had a team, had dreams, but still felt cracked. Got the world on my phone, but my soul stayed empty. Feeling high on the charts, but low when it hit me. So I turned down the noise, found rest in the word. Wasn't church on a Sunday, it was deeper unheard. When I bowed on the floor with the tears in my voice, he ain't judged me, just gave me a choice. And I chose grace, chose light over pride. Now I pray more than flex when I step outside. Ain't perfect, still human, still fight my flesh, but I rise every time, cause his love refresh. For anybody feeling far from God, he's closer than your shadow. Yeah. No stain too deep, no path too far gone. He's calling you home. Jesus is able, yes he is. Jesus is able, I know he's still on the throne. Carried me through things I couldn't do on my own. Chains broke off when I called his name. Now I walk in the light, I ain't never the same. Real power, real freedom. He never left me. Jesus is able, forever the same. Don't wait till it's late, he already paid the rate. Jesus is able. Jesus is able. Jesus is able. Yeah, I seen the fall, I seen the grace, I seen the king step into the lowest place. Yeah, they told me I was hopeless, throw me in the wind. God caught me like a lifeline, swinging from my sin. I was knee deep in the flame, but he cooled my name. Took the ash from my past, turned it into claim. Got scars on my soul, but they part of the proof. Like holes in his hands, that's the mark of the truth. I was running with the wolves, chasing blood and fame. Now I'm stepping in the light, unashamed of his name. Jesus ain't religion, he's rescue breathing. He don't patch you up, he resurrects your meaning. I was on the edge, but he rewrote the script. Now I rhyme for the king, let the gospel drip. I seen what he do, took my worst days, turned them brand new. Even when I fell, even when I strayed, he held on tight, ain't never walked away. No wound too deep, no story too lost, no promise he'll keep. Through fire, through pressure, through every label. Don't tell me impossible, my Jesus is able. Yeah, I was pouring liquor on the pain that prayed. Now I'm pouring scripture on the demons that stayed. They thought I was finished, yeah, chalk it in white. But the stone rolled back, now I walk in light. From cups full of codeine to communion tables, I saw chains shatter like fables unstable. Faith like a burner, yeah, lit in my chest. I don't flex for the gram, I just walk like I'm blessed. I don't need 10 steps, I took one to the throne. He picked up my mess and he called it his own. Got peace I ain't buy, joy that don't shake, power from a God that no devil can't fake. I done questioned heaven, ran from the call. Thought I was forgotten till I saw it all. The love that don't quit, the grace that stays. Now I'm kneeling at the cross where the curse got slayed. Jesus is able, chains don't scare him, scars don't change him. You bring your worst, he'll still reclaim it. Jesus is able, yeah, I know it's true. He healed my life, he'll do it for you. Even when I doubted, even when I ran, he showed up strong with a nail-scarred hand. Jesus is able, that's why I sing. From the gutters to glory, he's still my king. Through storms, through trials, through every label, I'm standing here now, 'cause Jesus is able. Yeah, if he reached for me, he can reach anybody. Jesus ain't just able, he's already doing it. I was lost in the smoke, trying to breathe on my own, till the silence broke and he called me home. Jesus is able, Jesus is able. I was knee deep in my sin, couldn't win for losing. Heart cold as my wrist when the ice was choosing. But he saw through the tats, through the code I spoke. Said, son, I can use you even broke. I've been to the gutter, slept in the rain, stacked L's in my soul, trying to numb the pain. But he walked in the cell with no keys in hand, opened up my chest, said, you still my man. Now I'm wide different, truth in my ink. Devil had a leash, but he cut that link. From the lean to the altar, yeah, that's my tale. Now I walk by faith, not chasing a sale. Jesus is able, I seen him do the unthinkable. He pulled me out when it felt impossible. They counted me out, but he wrote a new page. Grace hit the gavel, he dropped the case. Able, able, Jesus is able. Restored my soul, gave me a label. Son of the king, no more unstable. I used to curse God for the cards I was dealt, but he turned my shame into fire I felt. I ain't cleaned up first, he met me in dirt. Like a surgeon with blood, he pulled out the hurt. Now I spit truth like I spit those bars. I don't flex with chains, I was freed from scars. I walk with the book, my past can't taunt me. I'm prayed up daily like a warrior's army. Jesus ain't fiction, he's facts in my breath. He found me in death, resurrected my steps. I know where I've been, I know who I serve, and he did it for me. Now I'm spreading his word. People see the fame but not the fire. They see the brand, not the broken man behind the choir. But God saw all of it and stayed. That's why I still pray. Jesus is able, broke the chains that held me tight. From the valley to the light, he changed my life. They thought I was gone, thought I'd fade in the flames, but Jesus stepped in, now I praise his name. Able, able, Jesus is able. No wound too deep, no soul unstable. He lifts the lost, he clears the label. Now I stand tall at the Lord's own table. Yeah, from the block to the cross, he made a way, no cap. Jesus is able.
Jesus is able.